My desk area, I've got this this rolling desk that we use, and I set my garbage can on here so that it's not on the floor. And here's the problem: is it's balancing on this little tiny thing right here, and so I'm gonna make a little improvement on that. Okay, here's my improvement: scrap piece of material, self-tapping screw, edge banded it real quick. Threw a scrap piece of aluminum on the back so it's got an edge on it to put on. Garbage can doesn't fall off the back. All good to go. Okay, my improvement tonight, I am here in the shop working late, and I am drilling these fronts here. They are a high gloss front, and they've got a big handle going on, 288 millimeters. They're gonna look really nice. And they exceed the dimensions of our machine, so we have to cheat, and we have a setup over here on how to do that. I've got it all set up, but one of the things when I'm doing stuff like this is I always want the panel, when we assemble it, that they always go in the same direction. So is what my improvement here today is, that I'm putting a mark on what's going to be the bottom. So it's going to the fence here. I've got another machine that we're going to be taking it to, that we're going to be drilling it, and we want this mark up against the fence as well. And so I needed a Sharpie. Now I carry one on my pouch over here, but the motion was too far, and so all I did was put a Sharpie holder here now, and so I can pull it off and make my mark, put it back on, and then drill my stuff. That's my improvement for tonight. Okay, now I've improved the process. Is what I was doing before. I was setting it in place, I was coming out and I was putting the mark, and then I was pushing the button to drill. Is what I found out is it takes 2 seconds, 3 seconds to run that process. I don't have to hold my finger on the button. So now I can bring the part over, set it on the table, line it up. Now obviously I would have it on the other side there, my first hole. While it's drilling, I can come and make my mark, and then I don't lose that time there in the process, having to wait on it. Hey guys, Derek here with the Closet Doctor, and we are building a new type of drawer here. We're using, it's called the Optimizer drawer from Rich Liu Hardware. It's a metal-sided drawer with an undermount slide, and it's a really nice drawer. I'm going to do another video on that later, but this is our improvement today. Is Michael and I built a workstation today to build these drawers. We're going to stand them on their face. We wanted it angled, so we pulled some scrap out and built this table. To lift it up and tilt it, we just took a sticker out of a pallet, and that raised it up there. Across the front, we've got our bin for our screws and for our clips. And one of the things we did, we didn't want to, when the inventory got low, to have it all the way down in the bin and hard to reach. So we put a little bit of Kaizen foam at the bottom of those to raise that up so that we always have them easy to grab. And then we've got 2 different depths of drawers, so that it's not too far away from the face. We've got a spacer that just sits in here so that when we're working, that we can have that closer to the edge. We've got it on a table that moves up and down. So today we're building 14-inch drawers. The top of it's only going to be about right here, so we can be nice and ergonomically correct in this area. If we're building taller drawers, we can lower it down so that we get easy access to the upper area that'll be up here. Got labels on the back of these that are sticking on, so we've got a holder for our lacquer thinner, rag, and a little magnet spot for our scraper. The drill guide, everything is right here. We've got our bottom clips, our left clips are in the blue bin, our right clips are in the red bin, and we've got a space for our drawer guides. So it took us about an hour to put this together this morning, pretty much out of scrap, and we're getting ready to go. We're going to build 30 drawers here, and we think it's going to go nice and smooth. This is our color sample book that we use on sales appointments and in the showroom. We've got a whole bunch of colors. Some of these samples are really, really small, and so we requested from the manufacturer larger samples. The problem is the color name and number is on the front. So when you come in, you got to look for them. You kind of got to go through, and there's a lot of colors, more colors than I ever wanted. Our improvement that we've made on it, that Cindy's been taking care of, is we put the color number across the top on all of these. So now when we go and look at AF209, all we have to do is go and look for that number right there. Oh, there's 209, and we can pull it out, and now we have a larger sample for the customer to look at. So And then we can put it back in that same order. I was really good at that. Boom. Put it back in that same order. Now we've got all of our color samples here, all nicely laid out and ordered. The designers are all going to have a box of these in the trunk of the car. So when they're at the customer's home and they're looking at stuff and they say, hey, I need a bigger one, they can run out to the car and get them the actual size.